Hi everybody, I'm Kelsey. Welcome back to my channel, Kelsey Creating, where I talk all things art, business, spirituality, and so much more. In this video, I'm going to show you my process of making and launching a sticker collection in just 3 days. I'm giving myself this challenge because I've been sitting on these sticker ideas for like a month and a half now, and my shop is in dire need of a sticker update at this point. So I'm giving myself a procrastinator's challenge. It's like the night before a paper's due and we're typing up a paper like incessantly for a couple hours, give or take. I feel like 3 days, maybe that would be 2 days, but 3 days, gives me enough time to sleep and eat and still work out and everything. So that's what we're going to work on in this video. I am going to take you through a step-by-step process of how I'm going to do this. The first step would be ideation, which, like I said, I already have done. So I'm going to go ahead and cross that out for me for now. We already have something done, thank God. Step 2 would be to make, design, paint, draw, whatever you do, the fun part of making your stickers. And that's what I'm going to work on today. I think I'll be able to get everything done today, so that's what we're going to do right now. This is almost exactly as I wanted it to be. I think in Photoshop I might like shorten it a little bit because I feel like I just want this to be like a little bit shorter, but this is exactly how I imagined this painting to go. My only regret is that printers do not print neon, which I absolutely love the pink neon details in there. They're not going to show up. That's okay. This was definitely by far the longest one that I had to do. And I did have 2 done already, actually. I showed you one of them in the last video. I kind of overestimated how much I could get done. So this is that one. And then I also have done from last night, this one right here. There's a little mushroom there as the T. And this is going to be the first sticker I ever do with a holographic laminate on top, which I think is really going to make it. Like, this is cute, but it's just like black and white. I think the holographic is really going to make it. So the theme here is kind of like portals and spirituality and stuff. I feel like the mushrooms could definitely be misconstrued as like, psilocybin, but really they're just supposed to be like cute spiritual graphics. But also maybe I'll get a new community checking out my stuff because I can use psilocybin as a tag or something. We'll see. So those are the 3 I have done now, and then there's one more I want to design that I actually did start as well last night. This is what I'm looking at right now. I either want like a like a yin and yang or like a flower or a butterfly or something in there. I really have to like tweak this one, but I love the saying and it definitely goes really well with the theme and like where I'm at in my life and stuff. So I'm gonna work on that one now, and then I have to pull up one from like the archives that I'll show you too. So I said I was going to work on the new sticker right now, and I lied. That was a solid 3-hour work block that I just had, and I'm hungry. So I'm gonna rest for a second and reapproach with a clear mind, especially because that sticker was frustrating me last night because I don't know what to do with it to make it look exactly the way I want it. So yeah, we're gonna take a break. So I did end up working more last night, but I worked so sporadically that I did not film anything that I worked on. I went to dinner, I drove in the car on the way to dinner, and I went to a less light polluted area to see the Northern Lights, which was pretty unexpected, but I'm really glad I went because I got these really beautiful pictures. I wish that what I saw in person was the way that these pictures look, because obviously these pictures are stunning. You could see just enough where the colors were to know like where to point your camera to get such nice exposed, overexposed pictures. So I did that, I FaceTimed a friend, and then I worked a little bit more after that. So I made 2 stickers actually in those periods last night. The first one I made was this one right here, which I absolutely love this saying. I'm a big believer of manifestation, which if you know my channel and me, you know that that's the case. So I'm happy to have a sort of spiritual manifestation sticker here. I grabbed the PNG of the butterfly off of Adobe Stock. While I know that I can draw this and illustrate this myself, I wanted to save some time by using something that I knew would exist on the internet already. So I spent my credits on a commercial license so I can know I can sell it, and use this butterfly image while I added the motifs around it. I drew all the motifs around it, so like the ivy and the moon and the stars. I also designed the curved saying. I picked the typeface, which any graphic designer knows can be challenging. I was debating between these 3 different type options, and I really think all of them could work here, but I ended up going with the one that I showed you initially because I feel like it would appeal to a wider audience, and it also does really go well with the illustration. I do believe this is the folklore typeface actually, so it should appeal to a wider audience. So I made that one. I'm really excited about it. I might change the black to a really pretty like deeper royal blue. It's like kind of a trendy color that I've been seeing a lot. It might look really pretty in that. I'm gonna try that before I produce them. So I made that one, and then I also made this one right here. So this is another kind of portal one, like the book one I showed you. I originally had it like this because this was how the design was in my poetry book that was my senior thesis, but with the whole like line around it, it gives portal a lot more on the book, and I love this book cover design, by the way. I'm really proud of this. So I was excited to make it into a sticker, but I feel like when it was like without the lines, it could potentially look like a vulva, which is like, so I know it's like so, but I don't know. You think about that when you're designing things. So I made the circle one, but I feel like the oval like doesn't necessarily give portal, because it doesn't also give like pulling apart the way that the other one does. So I really don't know what to do with that. I'm gonna rework these a little, just like a tiny bit. I'm also gonna scan this one right now, and then after that all the files will be ready to be produced. So this is what we're working with here. I'm absolutely in love with both, but I do think I'm gonna go with the black for the sticker. There's just more contrast here. Obviously black and white is like the highest contrast you can get. And then make this one an art print maybe, because I just love this. I think it's giving print so much. but as a small sticker, this one will have enough contrast to really stand out. So as I'm comparing these two, I really think that this reason I hate this is just because of the shape. The way that this shape is executed is trash. So that's obviously, like, that's just a no-go as it is there. And I'm also looking at this again and thinking this actually kind of works. I do sort of wish it was pulling more, but I think portals are usually seen as like circles. So I'm kind of into it. I also think the colors with the white hands are really giving like going into a portal. So I'm gonna roll with this. If it ends up flopping, it ends up flopping and I don't make it anymore. So I said earlier that my only regret is that the scanner will not pick up on the neon, and I added the neon to a lot of the colors in this. I kind of used it to mix all the colors, and the scan ended up looking like this. So we're gonna try to work some Photoshop magic here and see if we can resurrect the scan from the depths of HELL. That was literally so fast. I've been filming this for 1 minute. Look at it. Okay, if it can print like that. I'm literally so excited to print that mushroom and see how the colors look. I scanned it in CMYK, I exported it in CMYK, and it looks incredible. So we'll see. I mean, we'll have to see. It's probably not gonna look as amazing. I mean, fingers crossed. I don't even want to say that. It could look really cool. So I'm super excited for that. Good thing that's the last thing I had to do in the design process. So I'm gonna go ahead and scratch that off. All my stickers are made, designed, the files are ready to go. So now we're on to the production part, which if you buy your stickers and you don't make them for yourself at home, this is where you'd head to your favorite sticker place. I don't have one. I've always made my own stickers, so I'm sorry I can't make any recommendations if this is new to you. But if you make them at home, this is your third step. So let's bust the Cricut out and put some laminate on there and see how they turned out. So I don't know if you saw in my last video or one before that, I mentioned that the Cricut might not be the best machine for what I'm doing, and that is true today too. So basically every time you cut stickers with your Cricut, you have to set them out on the design space the exact way you want them and fit them all in, and then it cuts after. It's not like universal. Every time you go to cut it, it's going to end up being the same thing, which I'm going to troubleshoot that and see if that's a possibility, because that would also make it would just make everything so much more efficient. But basically my machine lost connection with my computer and I was unable to get it back, and I was mid-cut basically. And now I have a whole set of stickers that I might as well just cut them by hand because I don't want to ruin them. So luckily they're not ruined, but it is frustrating because obviously the Cricut is way more time efficient than hand cutting them. So anyway, it looks like we're back in connection. It just wasn't working before. So I'm gonna go make all the other designs now before I hand cut this flow and let go one later. I'm literally so excited that this turned out the way that it did. Like, I feel like it's super true to the painting. It's very vibrant, and this laminate too really like does not dilute the colors at all, which I love. Only thing I need to do is go in and smooth out the lines of the PNG, because I didn't fix that in Photoshop because I didn't think I'd have to, but obviously my paint lines are not a perfect line. The Cricut was like kind of wiggling as it cut, but I'm really excited about these. I'm also incredibly ravenous right now, so I'm gonna go make dinner and then we'll keep working after dinner. So I just had my dinner. I made buffalo chicken mac and cheese. It was literally so good. I'm so happy. I'm much more satiated now and full. I also had time to think on my designs that I'm doing, and I don't think that this one, the portal one, is like worth making, because I'm thinking not just of someone walking up to my booth in person and looking at all my stickers, I'm also thinking of them seeing them online. I feel like me personally, I know that I'm just much more prone to see something online and be like, this doesn't go with everything else, number one, and number two, this is not that good. So I feel like if someone were to see that, it would be like no go. I'm not gonna buy from this person, but if they saw the other ones, they would be like, oh, I get it, it makes sense, like these are cute. These are cute. Like this one, which I cut out. No. Cute. Cute, it's giving, like, it's definitely giving. I also had made another portal one. This is a while ago that I made this one, that it was like this. And I had intentions to add this to the collection, but I feel like similarly to the other portal one, it's just like not giving portal. It's just like not giving that. I think these need work. So if I do release these one day, it's not going to be today. The collection is going to be 4 stickers. That is a lot more than I've released in a really long time. I didn't release stickers all summer that I was doing markets, so I'm happy with what I have right now, and this is what the collection is going to look like. So it's now the 3rd day of the challenge. I was going to work more last night, but I randomly fiended to go to emo night, and I'm so glad I did. We had live music, I put on a really fun outfit, and I just had so much fun dancing and talking to people, so I'm super glad that I went. But I don't have any more room in this video to say I was gonna work more and then I didn't. So I really need to get into full gear today, and I know I can get everything done that I need to get done in my time frame of work today. I'll just have to be in really focused work. So the next step of this process is going to be taking my product photography. So when you're considering your product photography, you might want props to show your product in space. You know, you want proper lighting. Sometimes diffused lighting is better than direct sunlight. Sometimes direct sunlight is awesome. It really all depends on your preferences, and you do have to really practice and like find different areas and try like unique tactics to get the pictures that are going to be the best, which I feel like this part is really important. If I had not ever done sticker photography before, this would be a lot longer of a process, because it took me some time to figure out what areas that are accessible to me look best in my shots. So you'll see some of those areas today as I show you what I do for my product photography, but I think this shouldn't be too long. I have 4 to 5 hours left of sunlight. It shouldn't take that long. I anticipate the longest part being the photo editing. So depending on how the photos turn out, sometimes I don't edit them at all. We'll just have to see about that. So that's this step, and we're gonna get to it, and we're gonna have a really focused day, and we're gonna complete the challenge. I'm not worried about it, but I do have to put my head down and get to work. So now I have 9 different images with the sticker just by itself, not shown how it would actually be used. I always get those images before I put it on stuff, Not only because my stickers are very sticky and there's a chance of it getting stuck on there, but also because the backing is very hard to line up perfectly again. So now I know that I have all those images done, they're ready to go, and I don't have to worry about lining that backing up perfectly. So product photography is all done now. That took about an hour and a half. It's now 5:40. I'm a little bit tired. I have to keep pushing through. I definitely think this editing process is going to take a while because I do go through different angles when I'm taking pictures to try to get the best one. Also different focuses. I think the lighting was really good in all of them. I probably won't have to edit like coloring, but choosing the images will be tough because I did take a lot. So I'm gonna get comfy upstairs in my room now and just like chill out as I'm doing this and try to really enjoy it. One thing I'm gonna do too while I'm sitting here is make an Instagram post of the mushroom sticker. I had already posted on Instagram this reel here of my palette, which I thought looked so aesthetic at the end, and the painting. So I think it'll do well to be like back to back, like the painting and the product, before I move on to posting the other stickers. So I just finished editing the pictures. I am really excited to cross that off the list because I'm getting really close to the end. The next thing, which is really important, is doing SEO research. So whether you have a Shopify store or an Etsy store, whatever store you have, your own, like whatever it is, if you want people to find you on the internet that you don't bring directly to your site, you need to have good SEO. Otherwise, people aren't going to find you. They're not going to find you. So I'm going to look for keywords that are relevant to the stickers that I made, but that are things that people are actually searching for. And I really like Allura.io.com, whatever. I don't even know, but it's Allura basically. And I feel like the website is just really intuitive. It makes a lot more sense than the other ones do. I'm honestly blanking on what the other ones even are called right now, but I know that's not a normal one. The one that I use is not a normal one. That I've seen at least like hyped up a lot, but I love it. It's really intuitive. So I go through and I find ones that people actually search without them having searched it too much, where I would get like lost in the mix of other things. And then I write them all down on paper, just so I can like easily see everything. And then those are my tags on that Etsy part of the listing. The tags. So that should take like maybe 30-40 minutes. Doesn't really matter how long it takes at this point. We're gonna get it done. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I forgot to mention that the only negative about Allura is that it loads really slow. Yay! So another cool thing about Allura that's like really, really cool that I didn't mention as to why they're elite is that you can search something that's similar to what you're selling on Etsy. And okay, like this is a bestseller and it's a single one. And this Allura button will pop up here and you can click on it and it'll show you, like, I mean, it shows me how many sales that they've made in the last 12 months. Here's this paid feature. Like, obviously some things are paid, but then it shows me their tags, which is awesome. So, like, obviously certain things about yours, or you're probably not just going to want to copy this straight up, but hey, I mean, like, this is great research right here. So I love Alora for that. I'm feeling pretty good right now. So all of the words that I thought were associated with my designs seem to be pretty popular searches, and I found some pretty high volume searches without being like, you know, 10 million people search this thing. So I'm really excited that I got that done in just 20 to 30 minutes, and now I can cross SEO research off of the list. The next thing that we have to do is create the listing for each sticker. So whether you have an Etsy or Shopify, this is going to be a step for you. And I believe I'm on Etsy, and I believe on Shopify you can duplicate listings as well, which is a really key important thing I know to do on Etsy. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the listing from my best-selling sticker and use the tags and some of the other things I have in there that are applicable excuse me, to my new sticker. I'm gonna leave those there because if it's my best-selling sticker, I'm obviously doing something right on that listing. So we might as well, you know, use what we have and make things a little bit easier on ourselves too. And I know all of my descriptions have sort of a template that I follow, so instead of copying and pasting it, it's already there. That makes this process a lot more efficient. While it does take a little bit of time, it shouldn't be as long as starting the listing over from scratch. So that's what I'm gonna do right now before I post them all. I did it. Challenge accepted. Post the listings, cross it off on the list. It's done. I did it in 3 days. Now, I only did 4 stickers, but I also feel like had I been more diligent with working consistently on the challenge, I could have definitely gotten 6 done. I feel like it was a good lesson though that I felt like I had to remove too, because I feel like I've been running into not like burnout, but like kind of. I've gone so hard all summer, and now that it's getting into fall, it's starting to all catch up to me how much work I did. So while I'm not like burnt out, my toast is like the nice brown, like it's like getting crispy. So I've really been trying to combat like feeling like I need to take a freaking break for 2 whole weeks by, you know, having fun when I want to have fun, resting when I need to rest. So I'm glad I got to show you guys a little bit of that in this video, and did that anyway, even though this whole 3 days I've been like, you should have started the video earlier in the week, you know, you're not doing this fast enough. Is this video even good? Are you like doing everything you need to do? You have a market on Sunday, like what XYZ, like you're working out, like all this stuff. And sometimes like you just have to like give what you give, and like that's it, you know. In this case, I gave what I gave and it like worked out. I like did push myself and I got to the fullest capacity, but like I think I just need balance. I think we all need balance. So I'm glad I had a little bit of balance in this challenge, and I'm also really glad that I challenged myself to do this. They're finally up there. Oh my god, I think they look so good. I like love the vibes of this. Look at this. Oh. I think they look pretty good. I'm into it. Hope you are too. I'll have all of these stickers linked in my description below, and I don't want to say, like, I don't want to manifest this, but I don't have enough like of a following yet to wait till tomorrow and be like, oh, like they sold out or whatever. Like I have to send all these already. I know my friend wants a mushroom sticker because I've been promoting that on Instagram, but otherwise it's probably gonna be slow and steady with these. Maybe they'll do well at the market tomorrow, so maybe I can hop on and talk about that. But even if I don't, I do want to do my outro and say, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe down below. It means so much for me to keep you. But whether I keep you or not, I hope you have a peaceful rest of your night, week, and life. Bye.